And hello again, YouTube. It is still Thursday morning. My bad, I forget the date, but I'll try to remember to put that in the video description. Don't have my iPhone on me, so I can't check that for the date, but I can look at my dashboard clock. I finally set it, and it's correct. It's 6:14 a.m. Pretty much a direct continuation of my last video, which got cut off. I was going to mention it, like I was expecting it to get cut off, and then it got cut off. And I've been shooting on the iPhone, which doesn't seem to have any limit. Like, as long as I got space on the phone, it'll keep shooting video. But yeah, the maximum that this thing can have is just a hair over an hour, and I hit it. So I haven't done that in a while. Shooting on the Obama phone, in case you didn't mention, I mentioned it a couple of videos ago. My iPhone is stuck. It's stuck under my bed. I can see it. Actually, I can't see it. I can hear it. I can hear it. It's people have been trying to reach me for the last couple of days. I'm not responding because I can't fucking reach it. But it's down there. I should probably go home and deal with that like right now. But no, I'm sitting here working on my Munchie Meal. Which, by the way, I mentioned in my last video that the Munchie Meals never came in the boxes. I just got a Jack's Munchie Meal in a box with the giant thing full of mixed fries, so very stoked about that. So much more fries than I've gotten accustomed to getting with those Munchie Meals lately. Yeah, that Jack in the Box had no problem taking my credit card. Very much a good thing. Definitely, I don't know. I can't really slight the customer service this time around at 27th Avenue in Camelback. I mean, the woman gave me my drink. She didn't have to give me my drink. She'd already made the drink, so she gave it to me. Certainly not her fault that that their whatever electronic device that they need to process a credit card went down. It's definitely not her fault. And unlike the last time when that location had technical difficulties, and I just simply wanted to pay cash and get my sandwich because I was hungry. Yeah, I had like $4 on me, so that wasn't really an option. So, I guess, I mean, it just kind of is what it is. It is frustrating. Anyway, Jack in the Box tacos, so bad they're good. Like, look at that. That's awful. It really is. It's this crazy, weird, deep fried thing. If you've never had a Jack in the Box taco, it's something you should experience just for the sheer WTF factor. I can't even count how many times I've told myself I'm never going to eat these wretched things again, but then they come in the Munchie Meal and it's like, when I have it, it's like, God, this is so awful, and God, this is so good. I don't even know what the hell this meat is. What the hell is that? I don't know. They just deep fry the entire thing and then shove a slice of American cheese and some lettuce on it from where they make the burgers. But some kind of deep fried something or other. I don't think it's real meat. I think it's like soy or something. I don't know. Sounds disgusting, looks disgusting. The whole way it's made is just so not right. But yet, for some reason they're freaking delicious. Can't explain that. So anyway, I'm just like one block, or actually 2 blocks west of where that Jack in the Box is, in front of a Napa Auto Parts. I totally forgot there was a Napa Auto Parts down here in the hood. Right off of Buckeye Road. So I kind of was looking for something down here that doesn't appear to be here anymore, but it seems like right somewhere at this intersection, there used to be a designated scooter parking spot, which of course the right when I was working for Lime and downtown first became, oh, and there's the sun, yikes, first became an available area that I could work in. That was a spot I could drop off at that corner, and they quickly made these spots, these drop-off spots that were down here off Buckeye and just north of Buckeye. They quickly made those. Lime did quickly, even though they were here and they were designated by the city of Phoenix with the little reflective poles and the painted box and the little sign on the pole that said scooter, you know, the scooter logo. Yeah, like at one point that one was odd because I think they allowed me to drop off something like 6 or 8 scooters there, which is a pretty decent amount. Yeah, Lime quickly decided they didn't want their scooters down there, regardless of this being something that was designated as a place to put scooters by the city of Phoenix. Which, you know, it makes sense. Like, pretty much what little bit of housing is down here is just still extreme hood, and it was even worse, you know, 3 years ago. Which I'm dumbfounded by that. Like, that they were thinking, well, we should make it available to those economically deprived people that, of course, really can't afford to use that app, and, you know, put designated scooter parking spots and stuff around the houses that are off of Buckeye between 7th Avenue and 7th Street. But yet they didn't include like the Willow neighborhood or any of the nicer gentrified neighborhoods that are directly adjacent to downtown, which I feel, and I'm sure you have people that are like, oh, scooters are blight, we don't want them in our neighborhood, blah blah blah, but I would imagine a lot of the people that live in those gentrified neighborhoods would have really enjoyed having access to rental scooters to go downtown. I mean, certainly from the Willow neighborhood, I can't think of any more functional vehicle used to travel downtown than an electric scooter. But anyway, as far as I can tell, nothing has really changed as far as how the city of Phoenix regulates their downtown scooter program. The only things that have been a notable change in the last year is that Bird is finally providing service down there. Bird was supposed to provide service from day one. They were part of the original contract and part of the original thing, but then they never did. And what I had kind of heard, you know, through the wire, being somebody who's working in the industry at the time, what I had heard is that the reason they were not providing service was that they weren't able to figure out how to get the geofencing portion of their app to work to require the scooters to be parked in the designated parking spots, which I never did contest that charge I got from them, which was like, Jesus, how much was it? Like $25. It charged $25 for a 1 mile scooter ride. At this point, I almost feel like it's been too long to even try to contest it. But whatever. Jokes on Bird. I got a whole one of their scooters sitting in my freaking living room, or in my kitchen. So, speaking of rebuilding scooters, I finally heard from my friend out in Orange County that was helping me with those. He says he's got both Limes going. Although at one point in time he kind of explained that there was some kind of limitation to them. I forget what it was, but it sounded awfully inconvenient. Oh, by the way, there's a Greyhound depot on the right that I'm passing by. I don't know if y'all saw that in the video. I know this phone only shows like so much of the stuff on the streets to the side of me, and it tends to go by pretty quick. But for those who don't know where it is, there it is. Once upon a time, that used to be something that was located in downtown Phoenix. It was certainly a lot more useful to people there. Now it's really near the airport, which I guess has its advantages, but you know, for some reason it seems like people that travel by Greyhound just absolutely do not fly. And people who fly just absolutely will not travel by Greyhound. That's beneath them. I'm not opposed to either. I've had some good experiences on Greyhound. I've had some bad experiences on Greyhound. Although the bottom line is the last couple of times where I've considered taking Greyhound, I also opened up Travelocity and was able to get a much better deal on plane tickets. So, I mean, if I can fly for less, I just can't see just any benefit whatsoever to taking Greyhound. Just don't, like, there's, I mean, at least when you're comparing, say, Amtrak to flying, and you can fly for less, there's at least something that's, undeniably cool about traveling by rail. It's a generally comfortable experience, and it's a scenic experience and whatnot. Whereas, granted, you'll definitely see some stuff when you're riding Greyhound, but most of the stuff you really don't want to see. And God, some of the people you end up sharing your bus with are kind of frightening. So, anyway, I don't vlog on this street very often. This is Air Lane, which is kind of a bizarre little side street that runs between the Sky Harbor Airport, the Mississauga Sky Harbor Airport, and the freight rails that run between Phoenix and Tempe. This used to be a really great thoroughfare, not so much anymore. At this point, it doesn't go anywhere past 40th Street. This is 32nd Street. I'm going to hang a left here. Not really sure why, though. As much as I'm wanting to go buy my storage and crunch on some of my recycling, I've still got over a half hour until those gates are accessible. Hey, but the bar is open. I could go over to Wander Inn right now. That's a thought. Actually, a really tempting thought. But I was going to say, but I got my food, but actually they're completely cool with outside food there. Not really feeling drinking right now. Especially I'd kind of like to go in there and socialize with some of the people that are there in the morning. Anyway, so yeah, Air Lane used to be a really great thoroughfare because it would connect. It used to have like an overpass where it was like a freeway entrance onto the Hohokam Expressway headed south. So you could stay on it the way I was. You don't have any cross traffic because nothing crosses the airport. And there goes the light rail. And then at 40th Street, there was kind of a weird intersection. You turn to the right, and then Air Lane would be almost like a limited access highway with no real cross traffic except for an access road a little bit further down on the left. And then it just, even though it was just a 2-lane road, like it would functionally, you'd have a freeway ramp that would go south on the Hohokam, or on the actually not the. I'm trying to say the Hohokam Expressway. I stand corrected. The what they used to call the Sky Harbor Expressway, the 153, which is now South 44th Street. But yeah, you would exit. You just transition to that southbound, and that was pretty neat. Like you could, as a cab driver, like I could get from, where I was, where I turned on it there at 24th Street, coming from Buckeye, and just, even though it's a 2-lane road, there would just be no traffic on it. I could, do like 45, 50 miles per hour, all the way to the 153 South, and then come out right by AAA cab headquarters there on University, and then turn to left, and then boom, I'm going right into Central Tempe. So often that would be like the quickest route from downtown Phoenix to downtown Tempe, and vice versa. Like it had the same sort of thing. When you head north on 153, there was actually an exit that said Air Lane. Looked like a freeway exit. Hardly anybody took it because what the hell is Air Lane? But you'd be on the same thing going the opposite direction. But since they put in the SkyTrain, they capped that off, closed that off. So now the best you can do with Air Lane is you can go up to 40th Street, and you make a left there at 40th Street, and then you can turn right on Madison, and then Madison will get you to 44th Street, which is what used to be the 153, which, to be fair, is pretty quick, and it's still a decent way to avoid traffic, but it's just not the same. Wow, those apartments are going up quick on the left. The one on the north side of the Randolph Road, Randolph Road right-of-way. I noticed there's probably didn't catch it on video, but brand new cinder block fence separating that property from the right-of-way formerly known as Randolph Road. So definitely, as that gets built, I'm going to have to do another chapter in my Randolph Road series. I still have yet to really find any history on that street, unfortunately. All right, we got a little homeless encampment going on the right. Yeah, that's one thing I definitely going to say when I'm looking at some of the, we have another little encampment going there under the overpass. One thing that is definitely, when I'm looking at these videos that are trying to showcase the Phoenix homelessness issue here, is there definitely two issues I'm seeing. One thing I'm seeing is, for some reason, nobody's including the zone. Other than me, I'm just wondering if the other people filming it just don't know about that area, or if they're just afraid to drive through there. So yeah, I kind of got questions about that. And then the other thing is that I've noticed there's definitely an over-reliance on footage of people along 27th Avenue and along I-17. Between Thomas and Dunlap, and they don't really show much of anything else outside of that area, which I feel like that area has more of a fentanyl. The issue isn't as much homelessness as it is fentanyl, but not that we don't have fentanyl junkies in this part of town, but yeah, while. And then, of course, they're all edited together where it's just non-stop footage of, homeless person. Whereas, at least on mine, you're seeing no shortage of homeless people, but, you hear them going around the intersection of Oak and 32nd Street. Guy in the backpack, maybe he is, maybe he isn't. Looks well kept regardless. But yeah, I've passed a handful of homeless people since getting off Air Lane, no question about it. But it's not nonstop. It's not nonstop. And the way a lot of these videos are edited together would make you think that there's homeless people the entire length of every street in Phoenix. And to be fair, it's not that bad. Oh, and that guy didn't stop for that stop sign at all. Didn't even slow down. Damn. No point in you stopping at Circle K. I got not one but two drinks from Jack in the Box with me right now. I did toss the Circle K one. That one was just getting foul. Yeah, I've just finished the first one. Kind of disappointed. That one cashier that I thought was really attractive that worked there at that. And as far as I know, she probably still works there. I just haven't been to that Circle K since I haven't had I went 3.5 weeks without a car. Didn't go to that Circle K, and I don't think I've been back to it since I've got my car back. But yeah, I'm kind of disappointed. I don't think she's ever made it to my karaoke show at Bullock's, in spite of numerous times that I've invited her, numerous times that she seemed really enthused about going and said she was going to go. And one time even went as far as to break out a pen and paper and write the information down herself. So, but who knows what else she's got going on in her life on Thursday nights. So, I had $1 for everybody that said, "Oh yeah, come check out your karaoke show," that didn't show up. Probably buy me a Saturn that has working air conditioning. Anyway, have to excuse me, I'm eating my other nasty taco. These are so yummy. Anyway, yeah, kind of disappointed. I've never seen her. I was really hoping she'd show up. I did see somebody that I had been inviting to Bullock's last night at Bullock's. I was just like, and I was like, dude, you came on the wrong night. This is random that I even saw him, because it's like I'm never there on a Wednesday. I'm usually at Amazon, but but yeah, it was the weekend. I saw the weekend KJ from Ozbar, and then a friend of his. I've seen that friend of his, but I don't think I've ever talked to him before. But at any rate, yeah, I sat and chilled with them, and he seemed kind of disappointed with the way karaoke is there with Gary, and I'm just like, yeah. I said, same bar, my show is nothing like this. I said, way better sound system. Although to be fair, Gary has better microphones than me right now. I really need some new microphones, but overall, way better sound system, way completely different karaoke music system, different screens, everything. Kind of showing him, like what I had and how I set it up. I showed him one of my books and my website, and he's like, "Wow, that's wild." I said, "Yeah, also about 4 times the crowd." It's like, whoa. I guess to them, they're just used to how small Oxbar is and how empty Oxbar is so often that. Wow, QT down to $4.13 a gallon. For me, the frustrating thing about gas prices going down so much is they're really tainting the inflation numbers. I don't know if y'all saw that clip of President Brandon talking about, oh, inflation this month is 0%. Really? Because from what I've seen, groceries and food prices has still jumped since last month. But yeah, it's like the gas prices going down so much has skewed that index. But yeah, everything else going up. It does seem like rents and housing in Phoenix is at least starting to level off. Oh yeah, we got campers in the park this morning. Anyway, I'm rolling home. Thanks for coming with on the drive. I'm probably gonna shoot more videos today. I don't know, feel like sharing today and making up for the 2 days that I didn't even get out of bed, let alone roll any video. But I think for right now, still got about 25 minutes until my storage opens up, but I think I just need to focus on trying to find my goddamn iPhone. And if Priscilla's in my bed and that inconveniences her and wake her up, that's what she gets for not being in her own apartment. So, but anyway, thanks for coming with on the drive, and like and subscribe and all that happy YouTube stuff.